Greetings, Slackers. It is December 5th, 2017, and I'm over here on the Daily Record with another article I wanted to share with you. And cops, couple kidnapped, robbed man who was looking for sex by Peggy Wright. And it says here that Rockaway, a Dover woman and her Rockaway boyfriend were charged with the kidnapping and armed robbery of a man who thought he had set up a meeting for sex with a woman at a Ramada Inn through Craigslist, according to criminal records. Deanna E. Lovius, 32, and Roy Robinson, 29, were charged late Tuesday with third-degree robbery and kidnapping, theft, possession of a weapon for an unlawful purpose, conspiracy, and other offenses. Criminal charges read. The investigation started Tuesday at 7:40 p.m. when Borough Police responded to the Route 46 hotel on a report of a robbery. The victim, a man not identified in court records, told police he met Lovius via Craigslist and arranged to meet her for a sexual encounter, court records read. The unarmed victim told police Lovius was giving him a massage in the room when a knife-wielding man emerged from behind a curtain, put the blade to his throat, and warned that if he moved, he'd stick him, court records read. Robinson, according to court documents, told Lovius to take the victim's wallet. He then took a photo of the victim's driver's license and warned him not to call police or he would fine him, records show. Lovius took the victim's credit card, obtained the PIN, and went to the lobby ATM to retrieve cash, records show. The card was declined, so Lovius attempted to get cash at the 7-Eleven store on Route 46, court documents show. She was not able to obtain cash and returned to the hotel room. In the meantime, documents show the victim had been restrained at knife point in the room by Robinson, which led to the kidnapping charges. The victim stated that the male held him down the entire time with the knife pressed against his throat, according to the court affidavit. When Lovius returned to the hotel room without cash, the victim offered to drive to a Home Depot where items could be bought and returned for cash, records show. The three walked to the car where the victim was able to get into the driver's seat and drive to the motel's front office where he alerted a manager to the robbery and asked for police to be called, court records said. Lovius was apprehended at the scene by borough officers. Robinson fled on foot but was taken into custody a short time later as he returned to the hotel room where he was residing. Both suspects were carrying knives, court records show. Lovius, according to documents, told police the robbery was planned and that she and Robinson have committed the same type of robbery about 60 times in the past. The suspects appeared Wednesday via a closed-circuit television link between Superior Court and the Morris County Jail, and were told the Morris County Prosecutor's Office had filed a motion to detain them in jail while the charges are pending. So for you guys out there in Craigslist land, one of the things about Craigslist is it's a mixed bag, right? You never know what you're going to get. You can meet people off of there, but you never know what the situation is going to be. Oftentimes, a lot of these crooks, they know how to set men up. They make arrangements at hotels. And, the caliber of guys that are usually surfing on Craigslist for a quick hookup usually are not too mentally sound. I'm not saying that, you can't meet up with someone and have some type of sexual encounter with them. It's just that typically Craigslist is looked at as an option to where, you can find easy access to something. There used to be erotic services on there that moved to back pages. You still have prostitutes on there, and you still have women who, make arrangements with guys and, they're still escorting or whatnot. But you also have couples, as you can see here, and gangs that work together to set men up, lure them in, and rob them. This couple had already had a history of doing 60 such times in the past, the same type of robbery. So they got comfortable with this, and what led to that first one and the second one, and they said, hey, we're on to something here. This is very easy. We could set men up all day. And knowing many guys get embarrassed when they find themselves in such a situation, usually will not talk to law enforcement as indicated by numerous other stories. So, for you guys out there who are listening to this and use Craigslist, or it doesn't just have to be Craigslist, it could be any other dating app or site, be mindful of the communication and you meeting up with someone. Let someone know where you're going to be. Meet up in an open place where you can both see each other and kind of feel each other out. Not saying that that's going to stop things 100%, but you can certainly minimize things if you stop thinking with that head down below and start thinking with the head on your shoulders. Another thing you want to be aware of is your intuition. Does the situation feel right? Do you have a hunch of some kind that things are not sitting well? If you do, that should be an indicator to you to get the hell out of there. But a lot of times you don't listen to that. And so what happens is you end up confronting trouble of some kind. I would like to help some of you guys to avoid some of these pitfalls and these traps because they are certainly more numerous, and that could be due to them being written about more often and more frequently. And also such cases, copycats, people may read this and get the idea that, hey, here's a lucrative way to, make some quick, easy cash. That too. But for you guys, you want to be safe out here. You want to protect yourself and you want to avoid such trouble. So you want to be smarter. Get a picture, verify an ID, established a text message thread dialogue before you go to meet with that person. Maybe back that up because that can all be tied back to the phone and the communication servers that it runs through of the person that you were talking with. So there's some type of record out there, and this is just for in case something goes down and it goes south. Hey, you have some way to protect yourself and to maybe bring these criminals to justice, because it certainly is not cool to think that you are going to get one thing only to be totally right hooked with something else. You want to prevent that at all costs, and you want to stay aware. But that's my message and 2 cents to you. What are your thoughts on this? Have you already been the victim? Do you know anyone personally who's been affected and have gone out to meet someone off of, say, Craigslist or a dating website only to be robbed or mugged? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. That's going to do it for this article and this video. I'll catch you in the next one. Did you enjoy this video and find it informative? Subscribe to the Slackers Method and click the bell icon next to the subscribe button to receive all the latest notifications for when I upload new videos.